right. Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto. In today's content, we'll go for a alt season super cycle macro update and all that good stuff, and what type of alt season we could be anticipating over the next few months, especially going into 2025, right? By the second half of 2025 and all that good stuff, right? So let me make sure the sound is good before we start the live stream. We're gonna start with BTC, and then after that we will take a look at alt and all that good stuff, right? So let me know if the sound is good. We got Ben in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We got Quiet Cook already, cooking some BTC, and flushing all the alt when alt season just starting. All right, guys. So let me know if the sound is good so I can get started. We don't have no time to waste. Market is pumping, so most of you guys want to get back to your P&L screenshotting and all that good stuff. Okay, all right. So sound is good, right? So first thing first, okay, when we take a look at BTC on a monthly basis, as we always try to describe BTC on the macro, right? First, before talking about BTC on the low degree, the monthly time frame, most of you guys recall not too long ago when BTC was moving sideways between 70k to 50k area. We've been saying, guys, as long as we're above our monthly 21 EMA, there is no need to be panicking, because if you recall back in 2022, when BTC was 50% below the monthly 21 EMA, what we said was like, guys, just accumulate, okay? Because we're looking for a potential move like to 150 to 180k in this bull market. And now, as you can see, we're closer to 150 or like even 180 than basically 9k, and most people were waiting for 9k in late 2022, and we were saying, guys, accumulate, don't worry, we below the monthly 21 EMA, right? As long as BTC is 50%, 40%, 35% below the monthly 21 EMA, yes, you're going to be in a bear market. However, your risk, okay, of losing a lot of money in the following month is very low. So the better, it's better to buy BTC when it is moving sideways below the monthly 21 EMA, then basically buying after it breaks out above all-time high. Okay, so that's done, right? What we seen recently or over the last few months is like BTC has been printing a five-way structure. We discussed it during the sideways-ish correction from like a March to August, September, October sideways correction. We said just be patient, okay? We've seen our wave 2, right? What happened during our wave 2, we moved like over 200 days, right? We were expecting some sideways-ish correction around all-time high, right? Because we couldn't basically get a 12 straight bullish monthly cycle. If you guys recall, we said, hey guys, we pretty much bullish, but one of these monthly candles, they're going to be super bearish, and most bears going to be coming out, and they're going to draw something like that and say we're going back down to 9k. And I warned you, most of you guys, okay? So you can see like we moved sideways, we were expecting wave 5, now we got our wave 5 correction. And why were we so confident BTC was going to be breaking out to the upside? It was like, hey, we did not break out below our monthly 21 EMA. Very simple strategy. As long as we're above our monthly 21 EMA on a macro basis, everything else could just be noise. Everything else could just be noise. You just have to, stay with the with your macro thesis and be patient, right? And looking forward for the wave 5. That's a big question. My initial thesis when BTC was at 15k was what we could get, 10x for this cycle, right? I don't expect 20x or 30x, right? Even if most people are still saying like, oh, BTC going to 400k, that's possible, okay? But it is better to be realistic, right, than to be overly bullish. And then once we go back into a once we start a new downtrend, you're going to be wishing like you sold at 150 or 180. Even if market going up to like, let's say 200 and you didn't sell, it dropped down to 50k, 100k, whatever, you're still going to be saying like, hey, I wish I sold at 150. So just to oversimplify it, right, my thesis, it is still like a 150 to 180. Market could go much higher. It could go like to a 300k, 400k, but personally I wouldn't be overly bullish, as soon as we break the 150k area. Okay, it could go to 180 and all that good stuff, or even 200k, but that's just going to be noise, just like what happened right here around like a 15k to 18k. Most people were waiting for 14k, 13k. What I was saying was like, hey, it's not going to make a big difference, right, whether you basically buy BTC at 15k, 16k, or even 14k. It's not going to make a big difference, because as you can see, the monthly candle we're seeing right now, it is a $30,000 monthly candle. Okay, that's how big it is. It is bigger than the the bottom price right here, right? So basically, my recommendation is like, hey, not financial advice, right? You do whatever you want. You can sell at 90k, 100k, whatever you want, right? But I wouldn't be extremely bullish, if we break out above like 150k. So just be cautious, okay? That's just my personal view. You don't have to respect it, but I'm just telling you. All right. So now, what else to look for regarding BTC? Now let's take a look at BTC on a quarterly basis. When we take a look at it on the quarterly, we're looking super bullish. It is 50% up, since like October. It's not even like a full 2 months, and then we up 50%. Right. So for this candle, we just have to close above 71k. Right. I don't expect the candle to come back down to like a 70s and close below it, but it just has to close above 71. So if we get any crazy shakeouts, which I don't expect, right, just understand like, hey, the quarterly time frame, okay, just has to close above 71k. That's it. Right. I know it is going to be brutal, but it is just something you have to make a note of, right? And remember down the road, in case we get a big shakeouts or like some bad news, and all that good stuff, right? On a quarterly, it looks really good. All right, so we'll talk about the quarterly 21 EMA like within the next like a few months when we start the bear market and all that good stuff, because that's going to be a potential macro bottom in the next like a 18 to in the next like a 24 month probably. Okay, exactly in November 2026, right? But that is down the road, so we don't need to focus too much on it as of now. Okay, we leave that to Leroy, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on the bi-monthly. So if we take a look at it on the bi-monthly, if you guys recall right here, when we printed the spinning top right there, I was like, hey guys, it is a bearish pattern. However, we are, it is post-halving error. You don't want to be too bearish, okay? That was after the halving. That's when we printed the spinning top. I saw it, but I was like, let's just be patient, because we're still above the monthly 21 EMA, right? On the monthly basis, meaning like the body candle of the monthly time frame, right? Let's take a look at it right here. Okay, when you take a look at it right there, that's when we printed the the tweezer top. But I wasn't still not bearish, because in our premium group we were just trading between 70k to a 55k down to 53k area. Okay, and we did have a body candle on a monthly basis closing below the weekly 21 EMA. However, I wasn't still not bearish, because based on Elliott wave analysis, we were still printing a W, a W, X, Y, X, and Z correction. That's what I was expecting. Okay, so on the bi-monthly candle, just because you see something bearish on the macro doesn't mean the macro is actually bearish. Okay, so but looking pretty juicy. Candle is up like nearly 40% just in for this month. So extremely bullish, right? So the next cycle to take a look at going to be the 50-day cycle. So the 50-day cycle, we played it well in our premium on the same exact date. Okay, the cycle opened October 27th. Okay, we said, guys, be ready. Okay, if we close above like a 69k by October 27th, BTC most likely going to be mooning, right? Just like what happened back in 2020. And same exact setup, guys. If you guys been watching our channel long enough, you know back in 2020 we said zero resistance, right, above 14k. Okay, so similarly, zero resistance, right, above 70k. Right, it doesn't mean we won't tap out. Okay, all I'm saying is like the aggressivity of the price action over the next like a few months going to be excessive, right? So bears most likely going to be in trouble going into a 2025 or even dip into 2025. So the 50-day cycle going to close by December 15th, right? So we're going to get a new cycle on December 16th. So keep an eye on it. I don't think candle will close below 66 because we opened the candle right around 66, 67k. Okay, so looks super juicy, right? So we could get like another 4 bullish like cycles after this one. Okay, so that could send us like into a Q1 or even like a Q2 2025, right? Depending on the volatility and all that good stuff. Right, so let me take a look at the chat room. Jenko Gold Boy is talking about, hey son, is your view is mooning? I don't think so, because I haven't been uploading videos anyway. So, but I've been pretty active in the Telegram. So if you haven't basically joined the Telegram group, make sure to join the Telegram group. It is pretty active, and most of the moon boys are celebrating as of now. So another thing basically to look at on a monthly basis is like the monthly RSI. Very important, right, in terms of volatility. As you can see right here, we above 70.8, just to round it up, 74, right, on the monthly RSI. And what I've noticed over the last few years is like when the monthly RSI is above 70.3 or let's say 74, right, BTC tends to be very volatile. That's when you get those 40, 50, 60 or 100% move when the monthly RSI is extremely overextended, right? Some people are going to be like, oh, we're tapping out, the monthly RSI is peaking and all that good stuff, but it could be very aggressive, right, once we break out above the 74 on the monthly RSI. A good example is like the November 2020 BTC broke out nearly 42% after we took out the 74 RSI level. December, BTC pumped another 47%. The monthly RSI is still above 77. Okay, yeah, just above like 80. Okay, and you can see like a January 2021 and February 2021 we pumped 50% and another 77% respectively. So that's why I'm saying like we could get some crazy moves on BTC, right, over the next like a few months. So bears could be in trouble. Okay, I'm not saying we're going to be pumping 50%, 70% every single month, right? But all I'm saying is the volatility to the upside going to be substantial over the next like a few months. That's something that we just have to remember. Okay, looking pretty good, okay, in all angles, right? David, hey, what's up, David? Thanks a lot for tuning in. A quiet cook sensei to buy BTC 12-18 months before the halving. I hope you listened. I hope you listened. Yes, exactly. I said to buy BTC like 18 months before the halving. You don't want to buy BTC like 3 months after the halving or like 3 months before the halving. When was like 18 months before the halving? November 2022. I was like, guys, don't worry about the FTX debacle, okay? Buy BTC 18 months before the halving, send it to the ledger, and wait for BTC to break out above all-time high, and then you can basically allocate into alt, right? If you have done so, right, okay, you could see like, hey, you up like what, 5x, 6x actually, Leroy, okay, 500% on your BTC. And most of these alt, they are still 90% below, right, their previous all-time high, and some of them are still like a 90%, 95% down against BTC, okay, in the last like 4 years, or even like 8 years for some of these alt, right? So I just don't like to repeat myself, right? But for Leroy, you have to repeat, okay? So but looks pretty good, right? So now one thing I forgot to mention is like the growth rate of BTC, right? Since like November 2021. I said it in my premium back in June when BTC was moving sideways, and I said BTC is expected to hit 96,000 by November 21st, 2024. And how did I know? I did not know, okay? But the growth rate of BTC was projecting BTC to be at 96K by November 21st, 2021. Why November 21st? Because that's when we bottomed at 15,500. And 150% growth rate compounded annually, right, for 2 years, right, going to give you $96,000 and some changes, okay? Let's say 96,975, okay, to be exact. And we hit that target exactly on the 21st of November 2024. Exactly, guys, okay? So I'm not saying like I know exactly what BTC is going to be doing in the future, but all I'm saying is after basically 18 months, we were able to basically project the directional trend in terms of percentage gains for BTC, right? When we started talking about the 150% growth rate was in June, and BTC was at 65K exactly that day when I first started talking about the 150% growth rate, right? And we were targeting for the next following 5 to 6 months BTC to pump like another 50% or more, okay, to complete the entire 2-year cycle in a 150% growth rate. Hopefully it makes sense, okay? So and in the next cycle we're expecting BTC to pump, let's say, anywhere between 130 to 100% annual compounded growth rate after we find the bottom. You see what I'm saying? So it means we just have to be patient. After this bull market is over, right, we're most likely going to get another 12 to 18 month downtrend. I don't think it'll be 18 months, but let's say 12 month, right, downtrend. And then after that, we're going to bottom. Most of these bears going to come out and say, hey, it's going to go down to like a 3K and all that good stuff, and BTC is going to be reversing to the upside. Just like what happened right here, right? Bears were waiting for a move down to like a 3K. BTC pumped to like to 100K and looking to a pump all the way up to potentially 180K. But that's going to be down the road. We don't want to be too ahead of ourselves and then get wrecked down the road, okay? So hey, what's up, David? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. So David is saying, do you think like we have a potential pullback for another reaccumulation in the near future? I mean, in a bull market, we're always going to be getting some pullbacks, right? So it all depends like how you want to read them. But you're going to get like, 10, 15%, 30%, or even like a 40% dump in some of these alt, okay, during the bull phase. So just expect those moves. I don't know which one will pump, will dump like a 30%, 40%, but most of them will. But it might not be a dump for a bear market. It might be just a dump to liquidate all the longs and all the moon boys, right? And then the trend going to continue. I don't think BTC will dump more than 30%, but alt probably, or even like very likely, they could basically dump more than 40% at some point down the road. But as of now, 15 to 25% pullback is pretty normal. Okay. For some of these alt, okay, some of them, they could do crazy things. Okay. So I think we got all the analysis we needed for BTC. So we talk about BTC regarding the Elliott wave, right? The 5-wave structure. We talk about the projection for this bull market could be higher than 180, but the sweet spot, it is going to be 152 or 180. If you enter, especially if you bought around like a 18K or lower, you're getting your 10x. On top of that, right, you're getting an alt season as of now, right? So you're maximizing all your gains after 5x. Even if you double your BTC after that, most of these alt will go 3x, 10x against BTC anyway. You're maximizing your gains while BTC is just going like up to 180. You could basically 10x, 20x your account, right? Just by holding BTC around 15K and selling it around selling some of your BTC around 100K to 120, and then some of these alt will pump harder than BTC while BTC is going to towards the 180K area. Okay, but I'm not recommending you to do anything. I'm just speculating. Do whatever you want. Okay, if you 100x your account, great. If you get wrecked, I mean, too bad. Okay. All right. So now let's go ahead and take a look at something very, very interesting regarding the market before we talk about alt. So one thing I'm looking at, one thing we all could be looking at, it is the total market cap. I know some people are looking for 100 trillion, some people are looking for 50 trillion, but my analysis is saying, hey, if we hit that 7 to 8 trillion, right, it'll be time to pack the bags or reduce exposure. Okay, it can go higher. You never know with crypto. With the blow off top, it could even go to 10, 12, 13 trillion. But how long can it stay there? That's the problem. So just to minimize the risk and basically maximize and optimize your gains and be ready for the downtrend, I think 7 trillion up to 8 trillion. If you Leroy, you can wait for 9 trillion, to basically pack your bags. Okay, so just be cautious. It is just my personal view. If we hit like a 7 to 8 trillion, I could be totally wrong. Sucker could pump to 15 trillion, 20 trillion, right? But the probability is very low. Okay, it's very, very low to basically hit 20 trillion or even above 10 trillion. Okay, but it definitely can. Okay, so and another thing regarding the total market cap is like, as I discussed before, the reason why the total market cap is pumping is because of BTC pumping, not because alt were pumping over the last few months. Okay, since the bottom right here in December 2022, the total market cap been basically printing the same pattern BTC been printing right here. Okay, so alt, most of these alt, right, they still around here. Okay, and I'm gonna show you the pattern most of these alt are printing, so you can basically gauge how you're gonna trade the market over the next 3 to 6 months. Okay, but most of these alt, they still around their 2-year prices, like December 2022 prices. You can go back and check them. Most of them just started to break out, very few of them. Okay, but I would say 90% of these alt, they still around their December 2022 prices, so they still extremely undervalued. Okay, so basically keep that in mind, and also don't basically start a bull market until the total market cap hits a new all-time high. And if you've been following me long enough, you know I've been saying like, hey, auto don't pump till BTC breaks all-time high. The same is true regarding like alt pumping, right? When total market cap hits a new all-time high. That's why the BTC dominance keeps on pumping. Okay, it's another way of looking at the BTC dominance, right? So instead of basically waiting for the BTC dominance to peak, you don't have to. If it is too complicated for you, like Leroy, okay, just stick to the total market cap. You just trade the total market cap. Once the total market cap is near all-time high or breaks all-time high, you start basically, packing your bags and getting ready to go to the moon, right? So hopefully it makes sense, okay? So we got nearly 25 minutes of, BTC and all that good stuff. So now let's talk about these moon boys. These moon boys coins, right? So before we talk about alt, let me take a look at the chart room. All right, so Mark is saying, I can barely hear you. Need more gains on my microwave. Let me increase the volume. Sorry, Mike. I got a backup mic, so I might change it later on. Okay, David, I'll answer your question. CARO is saying, do you think Solana will flip Ether market cap? Okay, let's take a look at Solana first thing first. Okay, so if you take a look at Sol dominance, okay, Solana supply, not the dominance, right? The Solana chart looks really good, okay? Solana USD, okay? However, when we take a look at Solana supply since like a March 20, since like a March 2021, it has doubled, okay? That's a lot, okay? It has doubled. So that's why Solana right now is basically, most people are talking about like a Solana flipping Ether. So because the supply has doubled, nearly 80%, okay, not quite 100%. So just have to be very cautious with that, because the Ether supply has not pumped that much since March. It is actually flat, right? Yeah, it is actually flat. Not it hasn't been basically pumping a lot. So if Solana, supply has already doubled, right? Right. And imagine it doubles again. I don't know about the tokenomics, okay? Yes, it can flip Ether if that's the case, right? So, but just be cautious, because Solana does have a very high inflation, okay? Even though the chart in USD looks really good, as it is starting its wave 5, right? So expect it to pump, all right? I will cover Ether. Okay, now let's take a look at these alts. Okay, so what are we looking at when we take a look at alt? We got multiple patterns, okay, with the altcoins. So but the main pattern right now, if if one is looking to maximize its gains, that's a pattern to look for. Ignore this, right? Let me put that as blue. Ignore the blue parabolic downtrend for now. But if you take a look at most of these alt, right, they bottom in back in December 2022, right? And then they pump a little bit in March, right? March 20, early 2020, right here, let's see. They pump a little bit right after, in 2023, and then they bottom in 2023 again, and then they pick again in March 2024, and then finally bottom in October. And if you recall, if you've been watching my channel long enough, when did I say to buy alt? I said to buy alt 12 months after BTC bottom. Okay, start buying alt, reduce BTC exposure. Be like, if you are 100% BTC, be like 75% BTC, right? Or like 70% BTC or 50% BTC. But at least have some alt exposure 12 months after the BTC bottom, because BTC bottom in November 2022. So you waited for like a 12 months to start like a buying alt. However, even though we did bottom right here, right, but the absolute bottom seems to be October 2024, right? And why? Because alt don't pump until BTC breaks all-time high. You see what I'm saying? You're going to get like some of these alt, right? Let's say they printed a pattern like that, right? They printed a pattern like that, and in October 2024, some of these alt, they still, right, way up here, while most of the alt, they still at the bottom. So some of these alt, right, they're going for the wave 5, right, actually wave 3, right, and these alt right here, they're going for the wave 1, their first wave, because they did not pump. You see what I'm saying? So but to maximize your gains, right, if you haven't basically, if you haven't had any alt exposure, the best thing to do is just to allocate into these alt, right, around the October November lows, okay, of 2022, of course, okay, because some of these alts still haven't basically broken out. And I'm going to give you some examples, okay, some concrete examples, so you can understand exactly what I'm talking about, right? And you got other type of alt that basically started actually pumping right here, and then they already got their wave 4 right here, kind of like STX, okay, stocks, right? Or like a BNB, or like a Ethereum. They're getting ready to get their wave 5. So they're not going to go 10, 20, 30x, okay? But these guys right here, those are the ones that are going to pump like 100% in like a 3 days or like a day. Because, they nearly haven't started a wave 1 yet, okay? But the safer one, right, of course, it is going to be Ether, BNB, BTC, right? If you basically want to play safe, right, for the rest of the bull market. Right? But for those like moon boys like Leroy, they most likely going to be buying the these alt at the bottom, okay? So hopefully it makes sense, okay? You can take a screenshot and take a look at any of these charts, and then you're gonna find exactly what I'm telling you, okay? So now let's take a look at this alt, okay? So I'm gonna do some chat requests, because I don't want to basically go for a 2-hour live stream, okay? But I'm gonna give you a few examples, okay? A good example is like Tezos. Okay, Tezos triple bottom, right there, December 2022, October 2023, and right here bottom, October, November 2024. So that's the same pattern I just basically shown you, right? Got the triple bottom, right there, and then now they're looking to take out their March highs. Okay, March 2024. All right, so Tezos is a good example. Okay, another one is Filecoin. So if you take a look at File on a monthly, similar pattern, right? We did pretty well on File last bull run, but I don't think it'll get back up to the all-time high, right, for Filecoin. So if you've been accumulating Filecoin around under $5, just have to be patient. But I don't think it'll get back to 260, right? So as you can see, Filecoin similarly, right? December 2022, October 2023, and then bottom in August through October 2024. So similarly, it is likely to break out above the March 2024, above $12, and 50% to 0.618 going to be around like $24 to $40. But it could highly pump above these highs, but it is going to be a an average range to secure some profits, and but we don't be looking for anything above $100 for Filecoin. A break above the monthly 21, it is definitely going to flip as support, and it could move sideways for most of these alts, not just Filecoin, and then before another run up. Okay, so let's take a look at ADA. Someone asked about ADA. So ADA similarly, triple bottom right here, bottom in August 2024. The first bottom was 2022. We talked about it a long time ago when ADA was printing the wedge pattern right here. So as now it started to break out, 120 extension was down to a 22 to 23 cents. That's exactly when it bottomed around. That's exactly where it bottomed at, right back in October. Actually December 2022. So ADA hit that $1 mark or even higher. Now it is above the March 2024 highs. Just have to be patient over the next like a few months for a potential round trip. Okay, if anything goes wrong, it has the monthly 220 EMA right now around like a 50 cents if we get any shakeouts, or the weekly 220 EMA. As of now, it is somewhere around let's check out the weekly 21. It is at 40 cents, right? But it is likely to push much higher after the weekly close. Okay, could push above like a 50 cents within the next like a 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, if ADA doesn't move above the dollar area. Okay, could it go higher? Yes, absolutely. It can go up to like some crazy prices, but just have to take it step by step. Okay, because like most of these alt, okay, they could print a macro double top, double bottom. Once ADA breaks above all-time high, most people are going to be calling for $5, $10, $20, only if they bought it around $2 or $3. But if you accumulated ADA around here, you shouldn't be looking for anything above like a $3. Okay, because alt, they don't tend to break their previous all-time high. They don't tend to make parabolic moves above their previous all-time high. Okay, but it can absolutely pump way above like a $5. Okay, but let's say I was given an entry for ADA from like a dollar. Yes, I would say okay, wait for like a $10, right? But if you talk about ADA around like a 20 cents, 25 cents, if you've been long in the market, you wouldn't be calling for like a $10 ADA if you accumulated the bottom right here. Okay, Anyone calling for 88 $10 or $5, right? Anything higher than $5 probably just started getting in right now. Okay. Okay, so ADA, let's take a look at Algo. If we take a look at Algo BTC, okay. So one thing you guys, most of you guys don't pay attention to, I do talk about Alt BTC a lot, but I can't basically analyze Alt without taking a look at the Alt BTC pairs, right? I know I talk about Alt USD a lot in public live stream, but I do take a look at these Alt BTC pairs, okay? A lot more than Alt USD. So I know most of you guys are pretty excited with Algo, but if you take a look at the Algo BTC chart, right? It was down 99.5%. Okay, believe it or not, okay, 99.5% versus BTC. Okay, since June 2019. So that's over 5 years. So if you've been holding Algo all along the downtrend, right? You know, Algo basically 100x your BTC in the opposite direction. Okay, so if you had 100 BTC, now you have 1 BTC. Okay, so something to basically keep in mind with this alt. You have to be very, very meticulous regarding your holding. You just have to hold this alt for like a, you know, let's say maximum 6 month time frame. Okay, 4 to 6 months. Okay, some of them, you know, they're going to give you some extended runs and could pump for a year against BTC. But I think if you want to optimize your gains, not just maximize them, because you can maximize your gains and lose them all in the bear market, right? So just have to basically hold this alt for a very short window of time, not like 12 months, like 12 months after the bull market, right? You want to hold them, yes, 12 months before the bull market start. That's a good buy, like a 2023. But after the first half of 2025, I don't care if they drop 50% and you're down 50%. You could be down 50% 3 more times, okay? So something to basically remember before the bear market kicks in. So Algo, you know, it has pumped 74%, but still underperforming Ether and BTC. But if you take a look at Algo USDT and you just bought Algo USDT over the last 2 years, right? Yes, you're good. Okay, you're at break even. Okay, and it could even retest all-time high around $2 or even $3 area. Okay, the chart looks really, really good as of now. Right, this could be wave 1, wave 2, potentially, right? And you're looking for your wave 3 breakout to retest the top. Okay, will we break the top? I don't know. Okay, but you know, if we get to this level right here, $3, and you accumulate it anywhere around like 20 cents or lower, I mean, I would just be cautious after that. Okay. Okay. We got Kendra's. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We got Jason in the house. Quiet Cook. A quiet bull. A quiet moon boy. He's saying like a $4 is his maximum target. Okay. Kendris is saying, hey San, what is your Dogecoin view? Okay, we'll take a look at Doge, and we'll take a look at a link for Jason, FET for Caro or whatever. Who always shows up in a bull market. Oh my gosh. So Humi is a long-term follower, man, since like I think 2018, 2019, right? but he always shows up in a bull market. So if you see who me in the chat room, just know we're in a bull market. So let's take a look at Link. Link has an interesting chart in USD, but versus BTC looks really, really bad. So Link looks like it is in a wave. That was a private update note right there. Okay, so it looks like it is in a wave 3. You know, that's a bottom formation for Link. It did print a triple bottom, but it did not last for like 2 years. Okay, so it was, I think, 19 months, right? Let's double check right here. Started like June 2022. Yeah, 15 months till basically October 2023. So it did print a different pattern, kind of like AVAX. Okay, AVAX printed same pattern, NIA printed the same pattern, right? So basically they already in a wave 2. They just completed their wave 2. Now they're looking for a wave 3 correction right here. So we'll see. Could it be a 1-to-1 extension? Yes. It could be 1.618 extension. That could take us like to $80 to $100 if we get a 1.618 extension of your wave 1. Okay, right there, $100 to $120 give or take. But I would say 80 to 100 just to be conservative, right? But the big challenge is like to take out the all-time high. That's going to be the big challenge. Okay, so. And then just watch the monthly 21 for the next like a few months, okay, to provide some supports. Weekly 21, if you if you short-term trading, yes, but if you're just looking for like those big moves, like let's say from $4 to $5, if you were in our public Telegram group, not even the premium, right? We discussed about Link, buying Link $5-6 area, just accumulate. Okay, I said it, just accumulate right here. Don't worry, because we got a 15 to a 19 month consolidation. Just accumulate right here and just be patient. Right. So, but we'll see what the market will give us. It looks really, really good because we got the same pattern on OEN, USDT. Same pattern, but the difference is like OEN, right? It came back down to print the triple bottom. That's the same pattern I was just showing you with the, with the 24-month consolidation. Link did 15 month, okay? Right here, December 2022, October 2023, and then, October, 2024, okay? So that's the same pattern I was just showing you, okay? With with the likes of XDZ, Filecoin, now OEN, and many other coins. Okay, there's another pattern like that. They printed they printed a double bottom, and then they ended up making another low right here. Okay, just to break the double bottom right here, kind of like Atom. If you take a look at Atom USDT, you can see like Atom printed the first low actually in May 2022. The second low, or the double bottom, October 2023, and then we just printed the final low right here, but still below the monthly 21. Okay, I did not expect Atom to print this pattern, honestly, because when Atom started to print this pattern, I was like, okay, once we hit the double top right here, all the bears gonna be like, okay, we're going to get the flat right here and the continuation, which Atom did. I did not expect. Okay, I was saying like, okay, it could basically continue to the upside. However, the buy range for Atom, was the $5 to $6 area. Okay, so still not doing much, but patterns wise, right, it looks really, 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 really good. Okay, it looks good. Just have to take out the monthly 21 EMA. Okay, we talk about Link. Oh, AXS is another triple bottomer. So AXS is another triple bottomer. I'm very bullish on it. But it doesn't mean like you have to be bullish on it, okay? I like these triple bottomers, okay? Because the thing with this alt, right? Let's say the downtrend is right there. And the thing with this type of alt, with the starting point of the wave 3 is like they're going to be very, very volatile, right? So you just don't want to basically get in right here if you didn't buy them at the bottom and then they dump back down at the bottom to just stress you out before going up higher. You see what I'm saying? Kind of like Link. If you didn't buy Link at $6 to $5, you don't want to buy it at $20. You see what I'm saying? Because if it drops down to $10, you might be panicking. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing. And also Nia also printed the same exact pattern as Link. Take a look at Nia, beautiful pattern, right? We talk about Nia right here, okay? When it was at the bottom, both in public and premium also, okay? You can see Nia looks like a Link, right? And AVAX. I think I got it wrong. AVAX USDT, same pattern, okay, as Nia and Link, okay. Looks really, really good. All right. So now let's take a look at FET USDT. So FET probably going to its wave 5, so you just have to be cautious with it. It is pretty much similar to a Link, right? So and it has a one-to-one extension, it looks like, okay, roughly one-to-one extension. So if it continues for the one-to-one extension, right, could be looking for $6 just to print the same exact pattern it printed right here with the 5-way structure similarly. So it looks good, but it is not like a coin I would recommend unless you've been holding it all along the bull market, right? But now just to get in right now at $150 for $5, $6 is pretty risky for unless you're a newbie, okay? You might be getting in, I don't care, but just be cautious. If you haven't been holding it, you don't want to basically be jumping in right there. It looks really, really, really nice for the hodlers, not for a new buyer, okay, or new buyers. I'm not saying it has peaked. I think it still has some juice. It is above the monthly 21, above the weekly 21. The monthly body candle about to close above the weekly 220 EMA, so that is a very, very strong bullish momentum, okay? I think FTM does have a similar pattern. I'm not sure. Yeah, FTM slightly similar, okay? But FET is just more aggressive, okay? I think STX stocks. Yeah, stocks. Not this one. Okay, yeah, stocks has a similar pattern, okay? Did print a 5-way structure right there, back, and then looking for another 5 to the upside. Okay. Yeah, so stocks and FET similar pattern, right? Let's see, ICP. It is also like one of those high lows pattern. Did not print a triple bottom, so it looks really good. Okay, let's see if you can take out the March highs for $20 and then break the you know, no, not $400. Don't wait for $400. Okay, the $40 area. Then we will see. Quiet Cook says, I like the bear market. I like the bear market too. I think I played it differently the past bear market. I did not do a lot of live stream because most people were getting wrecked anyway, and you don't want to tell them like your alto will be down for the next 2 years anyway, right? They wouldn't listen anyway, and they're not gonna like you anyway, so you better just not say anything then. So that's why I did not do a lot of live stream, just to repeat myself. But all my updates, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, in 2020, at least in 2024, right? Most of my short video updates, right, were about BTC. The last alt update I did was XRP, and I think that was like in 2022, if I remember well. I think summer 2022 or like late 2023. I can't remember. So, because once you figured out like the macro view for crypto or any financial market, you just want to relax and prepare the next like a bull cycle instead of basically jumping and humping during the bear market for the 100% gain, 50% gains. You might just relax, just trade the big boy, which is basically BTC or even Ether, and just let alt die out, and then you just buy them from the ashes, right? And then wait for the pumps, right? So that's my recommendation. Bear market, just go ahead and enjoy yourself, and and wait till BTC breaks out above all-time high. It is very hard to understand if you're new to the crypto space, but if this is your like second cycle, or even like, let's say if this is your third cycle, right, or even second cycle, right, I guess you will understand what I'm saying. If you still don't understand what I'm saying, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I might leave you with Leroy to explain it to you. Okay, I might leave you with Leroy. He'll do a better job to explain it to you. Okay. Okay, he says don't forget about Doge. I think Jason is 10K, right? So Jason, I mean, when Dogecoin bottomed, right? When Dogecoin bottomed, I send you the macro chart for Doge. Okay, and I told you exactly when Doge gonna bottom. So we discussed Doge like right here at the very bottom, 7 cents, right, to basically 5 cents. We said buy Doge, right, because Doge will break out crazy once BTC breaks out above all-time high. It did break out after BTC broke out above all-time high. Right here you can see like a March or April, it even anticipated the pump, right, of the breakout above all-time high for BTC, right? But it came back down to retest the monthly 21 EMA, which is like what most of these alt will do. After they break out, they could retest their monthly 21, if not the weekly 21, before pump into the upside. Okay, so it looks really, really good. You could basically chart it differently, right? You could chart it by market cap. You could chart it by wave analysis. You could chart it by patterns, right? So I'm just gonna do it the easiest one for you, Jason. Let's just do it by pattern, okay? So you got a nice curve right here, right? 1-to-1 extension, going to take you somewhere around $3 to $4. Just the 1-to-1 extension of the move. However, right, just because it is a directional trend doesn't mean it's going to hit that level. Okay, because you have to basically you have to basically be very cautious with these targets. All right, some of these targets are relative to your entry. Okay, even though I know Dodge has a potential to even go to $5, right? But since entry will fit is 5 cents to 7 cents, I wouldn't recommend anyone to wait for anything above 150. Okay, or to be holding a big bag above 150. Okay, have to basically keep that in mind. But patterns, in terms of pattern, the curve right here is basically saying, upside target right above this level, almost $3 to $4. But just to be conservative, look 50% of that. Okay, and I'm pretty sure you're not the first cycler, right? This is probably your second or third cycle, so you got to understand that. And I'm pretty sure you've been buying right here because we discussed it in our public Telegram group. Okay, and I send you the chart and everything. I just don't have time to I think that chart got delisted. Yeah, it got delisted. That was the let's see, I think I might have it right here. Basically the layout. Let's see. Hopefully I didn't delete that chart. I think it was on Kraken. Okay. So that is it. Yeah, I can't find the layout and everything, but it is definitely in our basically and I think I tweeted it too. Okay, so okay, that is it right here. I think I just found it right there. So that's exactly what I was saying. That was back in April 2023, actually 18 months ago. Okay, and I was showing you guys like the Dogecoin bear market, the consolidation, how long it takes and everything. Okay, I say Q2, parabolic move will start in Q2 2024. We actually started the parabolic move in Q1 2024. We just started to go crazy in Q4. You see what I'm saying? But I think right here I meant Q2 up to Q4, parabolic uptrend. All right, so just basically be patient with it. So now let's take a look at Ether USDT, because I think like Ether, it is still it has not yet reached its full potential for this bull market, and it looks really good. I discussed it in my premium when it was like around when it was below the monthly 21. I said yes, it looks bearish. It is below the monthly 21. Okay, but the timing of its structure, like in the post halving year, you don't want to basically you know, you don't want to be bearish on Ether, because Ether tends to basically be very aggressive after BTC breaks all-time high. But it's not an immediate move. It's not an immediate thing, right? Like Dogecoin or like the meme coins or like the lower cap coins. As soon as BTC breaks out above all-time high, they go crazy. But Ether, it likes to stay calm and basically be the beneficiary of all those pumps. So after, like, let's say all the mid-cap coins or like some of the top coins pumps, Ether will basically suck up all that market, okay, all that market cap basically, right? And then get fueled up like to some new crazy prices. Okay, so as you can see, the BTC dominance has not even been moving. Why? Because Ether hasn't moved yet. If this guy starts to pump, right, even a 30% pump could move the BTC dominance. But if you have like one of your S coin, right, number 400, or one of my S coins too, number 400, number 500, if they go like a 300%, it's not even gonna, you know, move the BTC dominance like a 0.1%. Okay, you know, let's say a 100 million market cap goes from like 100 million to like a 500 million. That's only 400 million market caps change. Okay, it's not gonna move like the BTC dominance. But if Ether moves like from, you know, 3,000 to 6,000, that's probably like a, you know, 600 billion, I mean 300 billion market cap, right? Change in terms of the total market cap. It's gonna move the BTC dominance unless BTC moves up with Ether. Okay, so Ether going to be the beneficiary of the you know, the early alt season. It's gonna pump hard, and most of these alt will sit back and relax, and you know, Ether and BNB. Okay, so you take a look at a good example is like if you take a look at the Ether dominance. Okay, it is still down. Okay, the Ether dominance, it is still down. Right, so once Ether starts to pump, take a look at the Ether dominance in the last bull run. It was pumping. So most of these alt, even though they pumped, all that liquidity got, you know, got pumped into Ether afterward. Ether was just consolidating, and all those alt were dumping against Ether. Okay, so once Ether starts to pump, then you will know like the real deal. Okay. Okay, hi Jason. Jason is saying I'm very happy with $1. Yes, I mean don't wait for those crazy prices. It can go to 5, but yeah, if you got in at 7 cents, 8 cents, you know. Hey, what's up, Hank? Hank Moonboy in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Yeah, so Ether is, you know, it is a blue chip. Just chill, relax. If you want to play the bull market safe, you just buy Ether, okay? So it's already 1 hour. So I'm gonna take a look at the. Someone says, Tracy, what's up, Tracy? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. XRP. So XRP USDT. That's XPR. Look like a scam coin for XRP. So XRP USDT, it is hitting you know, we discussed XRP a while back, okay, like in Q1 when it was consolidating right here in our premium, you know, looking for the 166 to 195, and we will reassess. Okay, it can still go higher, but since like XRP BTC has not performed well over the last few years, you just have to be cautious. Okay, instead of trading XRP USDT, you better trade XRP. Instead of trading XRP USDT, you better trade XRP BTC. Okay, and the level to really take out going to be the 3,000 to 4,000 sats. Okay, as long as it is below this level, I wouldn't be, I'm not gonna get excited, right? I want XRP to break above 4,000, and then we could look for the 10,000 sats. That's the level, that is going to get me excited, not, under 2,000. Excuse me. Okay, it is 1,500s right here. So that's the level to get excited. If we break out above 3,000, right? Yes, start to get excited. Okay. But as of now, even though it pumped, it only pumped 100% against BTC. Okay, we've seen it before. Okay, right here, in April 2021, it pumped like a 200% against BTC and just peaked around the monthly 21. So I don't want to basically get a false hope with this breakout, even though it looks really, really good for anyone trading XRP USDT. Okay, right? It looks good, but it has to basically perform against BTC. Tyro in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Did you ask about Casper? I don't see your request. Yeah, okay, let's see. Tyro, he said, hey son, I missed your updates. Thanks a lot for tuning in, Tyro. I didn't see your request. Because when I'm doing the charting, I don't look at the chat room, so you gotta try to update your I already did AXS, okay? Yeah, AXS looks good. Triple bottom, got to take out the monthly 21, and then it can rock and roll, okay? This was an update from Q1, Q2, so on a macro basis for the on our premium, so still looking pretty good. So you just have to be patient. Has a nice triple bottom. If you did not watch the beginning of the live stream, at least watch from 30 minutes, right? And then you're going to see why the triple bottom is so important for some of these art. Casper. So Casper, my last analysis for Casper was on, I think it was a year ago, right here, that back in November 2023. That was my last macro update. Someone asked in my premium group, right? But I just don't like these coins that already pump 100x, 200x, 300x. This guy already pumped 10,000%. You see what I'm saying? I just don't know what to tell you, to be honest. It can go another 100x. I really don't care, right? But I just don't want to, I just don't want to basically give you a bullish analysis and this guy dumped for a bear market and anticipate the bear market of the entire crypto space. You see what I'm saying? So it's already 100x. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. The chart looks good, yes, but you can still count 5-way structure in here. Yes, you could get your 5th wave, so the chart looks good, but at the same time it's already 100x, man. I just don't know what to tell you, man, to be honest. Because the thing is, I do see a divergence right here, but bear market, right? I mean, bull markets, right? Bull markets, love to eat all these bearish divergences. So just because you see something bearish doesn't mean it's actually bearish. So that's why I'm saying it can continue to pump, right? If you bought it around a 0.0006, something like that, actually 0.006, right? Yes, good luck. You can hold it. But if you're looking to enter right now, that's absolutely dangerous. Okay? Let's take a look at it on the monthly. On the monthly, it looks good. has not taken out the monthly 21, so you could try to give it a shot if it closes above the weekly 21 EMA on a monthly basis, meaning like this moving average right here, it is your weekly 21 EMA. So if the body candle of this candle or the next candle closes above the weekly 21 EMA, yes, you could get another, you know, push to the upside for your wave number 5, right? Because this is an entire, this is an entire basically correction, okay, since like February 2024. But it looks like Link in 2021, right? So you can see how Link did perform in 2021, right? January 2021, Link was around like $14. Yes, it pumped like $45. That's a 3x. But in the same time frame, so many alt pump like a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x. Okay, so this pump only, you know, was only beneficial for those who held Link around like started buying Link around like a $2. But if you just wanted to buy around like a $20, you know, you only made like a, you know, 2x gains. If Link was your 100, if you're 100% in, or like all in into Link, you know, you wouldn't basically capitalize on the last bull market. Okay, so similarly with Casper, right? Just have to be cautious. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Jeff Huddle. It's been a while. Yeah, market is looking good, man. Yeah, 250. I don't know about 250. Just try to watch the beginning of the live stream for the macro, you know, de-risking area. I'm not saying top, right? The top could even be like 100K. I don't know, right? But all I'm saying is 150 to 180. It is a, you know, an area to start like looking for your indicators, like, oh, my indicators, like the 3Ds, you know, MACDs, you know, the 3D MACD, the 3D EMAs, you know, the RSI, the weekly time frame, stuff like that. Kendris is asking for Alice neighbor, my neighbor, something like that. Alice, my neighbor. Yeah, Alice looks really good. So if you watch the, you know, the alt pattern or alt patterns are discussed like around the 30, you know, around 30 minutes into the live stream, right? Around the 30 minutes mark. You can see like it has printed the same pattern also, okay? So if you just want to trade it based on pattern, not based on Elliott wave, you 1-to-1 extension will take you around like a $5-6. Yes, it can go higher, but it is just, you know, the first level to look for. Of course, has to take out the monthly 21 EMA. That's a yellow moving average right there, around like a, you know, $2. Jenko is asking me what crypto will 10x. I don't know, Jenko. Join the premium group if you want like detailed analysis regarding like exact target. But I'm just giving like, you know, these patterns, and then you just, you know, just use them for like a, for your own personal advantage, right? But most of these alt, like, you know, I'm looking at most likely going to do pretty well. I'm not looking for any 100x, okay? So just be mindful. I know last bull market, in the last bull market we did pretty well with a lot of alt 100xing, FTM, OEN, you know, CEHR, CHZ, you know, and so many alt. Okay, they did some crazy runs, like Chromia, right? CHR. When I first talked about it in my premium, was like 15 million market cap, and sucker pumped to like over a billion, stuff like that, right? So, but those require a lot of research, you know, not fundamental research, but like chartings, because I don't do a lot of fundamental research. Okay, so 95% of my analysis are based on the charts. LTC, it looks really good. Okay, it looks really good. One thing I like about XDZ is like the internal flat right here. You don't usually see bearish pattern when an asset like a prints a flat double top double bottom near the consolidation area. A good example is like gold. Okay, so if you take a look at gold on the macro basis, right? If you take a look at gold, right, you see the flat pattern right here. You see that on the monthly basis right there, right? What happened after that? It basically pumped straight up, like from $1,000 right up to like $2,000, which is a lot for gold. Okay, now you take a look at XRP USDT, and I'm not telling you like XRP will pump 100x, okay, but all I'm saying is these flat double top double bottom near your macro bottom, they tend to basically give you a parabolic move. Okay, even Ether, if you take a look at Ether USDT recently, why I was bullish on Ether on the low degree, and I sent it in my group, okay, before Ether broke out right here, it did print it right there. Okay, right there, that's your double top double bottom. Okay, bang bang and then bang. And but the way I said it was like, sometimes I try to oversimplify things for Leroy. The way I said it was like, it was an inverse head and shoulder right here, because people, you know, they're gonna see the inverse head and shoulder. If I try to show them the double top double bottom right here, they might not see it. Okay, but if you just do something like that, right, oversimplify it, they'll be like, oh, that is it right here. Okay, now, and it actually printed another one recently right there. Right there, that's why I was also bullish on Ether in the short term with this flat double top double bottom. So this is a very, very important pattern in a bullish environment. You know, when, you know, an asset drops, it pushes back up and then do something like that. Okay, so you get your, you know, just know like you're going to be pushing high. Sometimes it can be like that too. It looks like a triple bottom, but the main thing is to see your end formation after the first bottom. That's what you need to look for right there. This right there. Okay, so, and I think Solana printed one. Let's see, on the weekly. Let's double check it. It's Solana. No, it printed one, right? But it did something like that. Okay. After the correction, it printed the double top double bottom, and then it pushes up to the upside. Okay. However, there's another way of looking at it. Okay. Another way for a bear, if you bearish, right, or if you are bearish, you would have said like, that is your impulsive move to the downside, and you got your flat right here. You see what I'm saying? You got your flat right there, and this was a, you know, an impulsive move. However, the impulsive move was just to print a WXY correction. A W, X, and Y correction. Hopefully it is okay, you see what I'm saying? So I might be going too fast, but you get the concept. Okay, was just to basically print this pattern. BTC printed the same pattern but differently. BTC did a WXYXZ correction. BTC USDT. It printed a, let's take a look at it on the 3D. It printed a WXYXZ correction right there. One, two, three, 4, and 5. Okay, so but if you don't trade Elliott wave, right, you oversimplify things and you say, hey, we're in a parallel channel. That's it, and that's good enough, right, to rock and roll, right? So, but you might be confused and say, hey, Sen, back in 2022, you said BTC was in a WXYXZ correction. Yes, it was, right? The difference was like, this one was an elongated bear market. This one was a wave 4 correction for a bull market continuation. Okay. Ben is asking, hey, bro, do you think like it is too late to enter COS or XTZ? I don't know. Did you buy it at 60 cents, 70 cents, or 80 cents, or even $1? But I don't think it's too late. It's just like, you know, you just have to stomach the, you know, the drawdown. Okay. You just have to, you know, handle the volatility, because it already pumped 100%, which is not a lot if your outlook is like for the next 3 to 5 months. But if your outlook is like next week, yes, you know, it is too late. Even though it can go high, okay, I'm not saying it's too late and then it pumps 200% tomorrow and then you come back and say, hey, son, you made me miss 200% gains. Tyro is saying like, do you prefer the 3D or 5D? I don't prefer anything. I just use the time frame, right, that I can see what I'm looking for. That's it. Okay. But I have for instance, I use the 50D, but I don't use it all the time. I only use it like, you know, when I need it. I use the 10D. I only use it like, you know, when, you know, the chart is blurry or I can see what I want to see or whatever, right? Or I can see what I, you know, what I recognize. Not just to see what I want to see, but something I recognize, right? Because the way I'm trading might not be the same the way you're trading, okay? So, but I like all of them, like 3D, 5D, 10D, 3 weeks, 50D. It all depends on the cycle, right? And when market is topping or bottoming, I like the 3D, for instance, okay? Because it gives you opportunity to enter above the 3D 21 instead of waiting for the weekly 21, right? For instance, a good example is like right here, right before BTC broke out back in 2021, exactly July 21st in our premium, we said, this is it, guys, let's get in. Okay, we don't want to get in after we break out above the 3D 21. We want to get in right while we're breaking out above the daily 21. Okay, and then after that the rest was beautiful. Okay, another good example is also right here. Okay, or even right there back in the summer 2022. If you guys recall, I was telling you basically will drop from 25k back down to the 18k area. However, it is not a bearish pattern. It is just to finish off the wave, the final wave, right? Remember, most of you guys remember that, right? I was saying, yes, I'm bearish for this move. However, on the macro, if you short it, you short it to buy it back and wait for the long term. Okay. So let's take a look at Ether BTC. Man, it's almost 1 hour and a half. So Ether BTC, just be cautious, guys, with Ether. Ether BTC, okay? I know it looks really, really bad, right? However, it won't give you any warning when it starts to pump. You're just gonna wake up and you're gonna see Ether BTC 30%, and you might be waiting for a retest, but it won't retest it for the next 12 to 18 months, right? So the reason why I'm saying it was like, if you recall back in 2022, right? For Ether BTC, you can, I don't know if you've been watching my channel long enough or not, but I was calling for Ether BTC to bottom at 0.022 exactly. And the reason for that was like, I was just looking for the 0.618. That's it. From the swing low to swing high, pretty easy. Look for 0.618, hitting 0.618. After hitting 0.618, it pumped like 55% in 1 month. In 1 month, Ether pumped 55%. So if you were waiting for Ether to retest the double bottom of 0.016, right, you would have missed the entire run. Okay, would have missed this entire 250% move. So what are we looking at right now, right? Swing high to swing low, we almost at 0.618. However, right, it can still be mindful, okay? We getting closer to, we already nearly hit 0.618, okay? So, but it could drop down to 0.27 to 0.027 to a 0.025 just to retest the 2020 bottom right there. Okay, if it fell to a bottom as of now, it could basically, move sideways till January or drop till January, right? And then basically rock and roll. But it's not time to basically be flipping from Ether to BTC, really. Time wise, okay, it's not. Okay. Sky Creepers is what? Saying BCH. So BCH is one of those coins in the wave 5. So I just don't know if BCH is has already completed the wave 5 or it is going for the wave 5. So you got 2 potential counts. Okay, the first one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this count is saying like, okay, BCH is already done and it has started a a potential correction phase. Okay, however, looking at these indicators, I wouldn't fall for this. For someone not trading, for someone who's only trading charts and not looking at indicators, or only trading based on Elliott wave and not looking at indicators, they're most likely going to favor this pattern. However, if we take a look at BCH in terms of indicators, right? I wouldn't favor this pattern. Okay, I would just say, hey, sucker is in a wave. This one was this entire move probably was the wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and potentially wave 5 coming up. Okay, you don't know how high wave 5 gonna go, but you could even look for the 2021 highs. Okay, or even high. Okay, I think that's the most bullish count for Bitcoin Cash. Okay, so or you could count this one as wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and still wave 5. Okay, if you want to start it right here or right there, it really doesn't matter, because this one I think put in a new low or slightly new low. Yeah, it didn't put in a new low on the line graph. Okay, but this one, it is definitely an uptrend wave, right, for Bitcoin Cash. Okay, how high it'll go, I don't know, but you could look for the double top at least. Noah looks like a new moon boy. He's saying Link is going up, I think. Yeah, he's probably a new boy, newbie. Alright guys, so I think that is it. I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds to ask for some new coins. So LTC, BTC, I know it is a 1 hour 35 minutes, but yeah, LTC, BTC is still making new lows, so it really has to wake up and at least retest the monthly 221 EMA around like a 0.0018, you know, like a 18,000 sats. Which is another 60%, I mean 80% breakout. If it goes back up to the 2023 highs against BTC, you're looking at a 350 or even like a 400% breakout, which basically would take Litecoin to new all-time high. Okay, but against BTC it would just be a double top. Let's say 24-month double top. That's it. Kind of like what XRP is doing. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna cut it short. It is 1 hour and a half, so be safe out there, enjoy the bull market, don't FOMO, know exactly what you're getting into, avoid the meme coins, at least not too many of them, diversify, get in early, get out early, be happy with the bull market, and be ready for the next bull market. Okay, I mean, be happy when the bear market starts. Okay, enjoy the bull market while it is lasting.